Vaush, I'm currently living in Iran. The house prices are rocketing to the roof right here. Yeah, guys, here's a quick tip, okay? Do you guys want to hear, like, a devastating truth that socialists don't want to know, all right? The places in the world with the best quality of life that provide the most for their citizens, it's the West. Even America, which is shit in a lot of ways, mostly outdoes by huge margins all of the countries that they'll claim are, like, standing up for the proletariat. You know why? Because we have money. It's that simple. We have money and we're a democracy. You need a democracy because it establishes some baseline level of political accountability, which is important. And you need money because infrastructure is expensive. Even America, as pathologically, inhumanely evil as it can be to its own citizens, you know, we do have a ton of money. So that allows us to do a lot of stuff. You go all around the world, all these other countries, and there are problems there too. But there are no socialist countries. Nowhere in the world right now, nowhere is there a socialist country. Always remember that. Always, okay? Because otherwise you get like, it's like, oh, is this the best we can do? No, it's not. The project for political betterment is a centuries, millennia long one. Democracy, as we understand it, we attribute it to the ancient Greeks. In reality, it's more complicated, but let's just say ancient Greeks, you know? They have an idea for democracy. How many years did it take for democracy to go from an idea to an implemented in-practice concept that was actually respected on a governmental level? Thousands. Literal fucking millennia. Ancient Greece. And you could argue that right now, today, we still don't have a properly functional democracy. I don't think that 1776 marked the creation of a real democracy with only landowning white men being able to vote. But, you know, let's say, I don't know, passage of the Civil Rights Act or, you know, however you want to, like, say, whatever threshold we're putting for a functional democracy, even a liberal democracy, millennia, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands of years. So don't be disheartened, okay? There are no socialist countries. We don't know how high the ceiling is. Might be really high up. Might be things can get really, really good. Isn't China building a lot of infrastructure, though? They are, but it's not as nice and pretty as a lot of people want you to think it is. First of all, a lot of the infrastructure that China builds, in terms of its quality, is not exactly what we would consider to be up to par. Second, the economic planning behind it ain't always great. You know, even for a country like China, it's possible for them to misappropriate resources. Oh shit, let me finish this point, then I'll look at that. Third, a lot of the stuff that gets built in China ends up going to waste because they plan out these cities that don't, like, the actual, like, allocation of people doesn't line up with the models that they have out there. And additionally, keep in mind, guys, the infrastructure that China is building is infrastructure that serves to enable shitty fucking American car culture, you know? Like, people talk about high-speed rail across China, and that's good and all. Don't get me wrong. But take a look at a lot of Chinese infrastructure in the cities they build and stuff. You know, a lot of it is just like gigantic shopping malls with parking lots the size of a crater on the moon, with freeways and roads and blah, 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 you know? They're like speed building, like you know, like kind of a worse version of what America did somewhat more organically during the 40s, 50s, and 60s, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's preferable to, you know, a lot of other countries' plans. Got it, American best, rah rah. No, I'm not saying America's the best. I'm saying don't be dogmatic in how you appraise the accomplishments of other countries. There are plenty of bad things that America does, but you know, you should be critical. Guys, China is an authoritarian, like, state capitalist nation. There's no reason to look at its projects without a critical eye. You should be able to look at what they're doing and go, you know, okay, well, they're doing this better than us, but there are still some serious problems. That's like standard analysis right there. That's important.